Hello everyone and welcome to Know How Expert Screencast. Today we are going to learn how to change a layout and we are going to take a look at some internals of our application and we'll see how it actually works. So let's fire up our Rails server. Okay, we're up and running, and let's try to kind of change a little bit our layout. In Rails application we have a file that is located in your application root, and then you go to views and then you enter layouts and open application.html.erb file. This is the main file that is responsible for how our layout looks. And we can add into our body tag a style. Type style equals background, and let's make it gray. Let's save it and see what happened. And our background became light gray. It might not be seen on your screen, so let me change it to something a little bit more bright. Red, for example. So now it's visible, but it's too bright, so I'll change it back. So you got the idea how it works. Let's refresh it, yeah. And now we're back to soft gray color. So that's how we change our background. We'll learn how to do more layout and background and all that CSS stuff a little later, not in this episode. And let's take a look how our internals of Rails application work. So let's enter the blog, and now we see our posts that we made so far, and if we press new post we see the form. So how does it actually do it? You can see the internals of that new form first in the controller. Go to your controllers folder and open posts controller file, postscontroller.erb, and here we have an action called new. That's what actually makes that form to appear from the controller's side. Also, if you go to our views, this folder over here, and enter posts folder and open new.html.erb, you will see how it looks like from the view side. And here we see only new post and then ERB tag and another ERB link tag. So not too much we see here, but in our browser we actually see whole form. So where does it come from? It comes from this little line over here. It tells us that it renders a form, and you can find this file form here in posts folder in view, you can open it up, and here's all the code that is rendered in the browser. So that's how it makes it happen. When we create our post and click the create post button, post is actually gets created, and the code responsible for it is located in our posts controller, and it is placed in action or called create. So here is that action, and here is whole thing that makes it happen. If we go back to our browser and go back to our posts that we made, and we click show button, and the code responsible for this is located again in our posts controller, an action called show. Here you see that action. And the view file is show.html.erb. Over here you can see it. You can open it and see the internals of it. You remember that we were able to edit each individual post we made, so we can click on edit link, and we have the post ready for edit, and we can edit it from here, and we can hit update, and the post has been updated. And the code for it located in posts controller action, as you probably already guessed, edit. So this actually this edit action is responsible for showing the form with field information, and the code responsible for actually updating and changing the database for us called update. Here's this code. And the only action that we didn't talk about was deleting the post. If we want to delete the post, we can click the destroy link, and we are asked the question if we're sure. Yes, we're sure, and we see that post was deleted, and we only left with 2 posts. The code responsible for this is again located in posts controller and called destroy. This is the destroy action. As you can see, the method by which Rails know what posts it's supposed to work on is from this URL over here. If we click on show, we're shown that particular post, and at the address you can see this number 1. So Rails knows which record and database to work on. In the code, it's referenced as the variable param over here. So this ID actually is that number that we just saw in address bar. So we didn't type much code today, but I showed you a little bit of internals of how Rails knows what to do when we click links, when we update or destroy posts.